Hi guys, what I want to show you is how to modify the transmitter of the visuo xs809, this one, and enhance its power transmission and also change the battery, because actually these remotes comes with 3 AAA battery of 1.5 volt. What we will go to do is change it and use the depot battery. And what we need to do this little modification is just a battery holder for this lithium battery, 18650, and those are battery that comes with 3.7 volt and 4 ampere of power, but there are also other kind of ampere power. And we need one battery of this one or more, a battery holder for this kind of battery that costs very cheap, this one, small, and the electronic that let me able to change the power from the tension of the battery to the tension that is generated from 3 battery 1.5 volt. And this is a step up, DC step up transformer. It have an input and an output. In the input we will place the source of the battery, and on the output we have another tension. The tension will be triggered by this one, this little resistor, and we can set up the volts that we need to let it work. It's quite easy. And obviously solder station. I forgot a little detail, to enhance the range of the drone that it's quite low. We have just to add a new antenna, because actually this remote got a piece of cable like 3 or 5 centimeters, 3 centimeters long, and it's not enough. It gets a range of 50 meter, 50 meter or less. Then I get just an antenna and a cable that let me able to connect the antenna to the remote. In this way you have the range that can enhance till 100 meter without problem. I tested on my drone and it worked quite well. So what we need to do is to get the remote and open with the 3 screw here and 1 screw inside. Now I show you the circuits and what we have to do. As you can see, this is the chill circuit of the remote, and this is the little antenna that should send signal to our drone. Then what we are going to do is change this antenna and set an antenna with the best gain, and it's quite easy. But if we want to change also the power, we have just to cut the shell of the remote and obtain the place needed to put this one inside. On mine, I have already done. I just cut the shell this way. I cut the shell this way and fix it with the glue here. And then I let this open. Okay. So, first step is unscrew all the circuits, the PCB, and then remove the original antenna. And then we will go to change this antenna with this cable that will help us to connect a better gain antenna. Anyway, let's start with some calculation. This one will work from 3 volts to till 21 volts, if I'm not wrong. And what we have to do before mount this one on the remote is set up the correct power on the output. So what we have to do is just put a battery inside of this one and solder the connection to the DC step up, and then with a tester like this one, or also cheaper one, check which is the power, the voltage that we have on the output. Then we have this small trimmer with a little screwdriver. We can set the output power. So you should have 4.5 volt on the output power, but we can get also, I tested also this remote, it worked fine till 4.7, 4.8. I don't suggest to got any more because it's not safe for the circuit board. But anyway, let's power this one and set the trigger to 4.5, 4.7 volt. Once it's done, just unplug the battery, and then I already done. You can dig a hole on your remote and set the battery holder and the glue on the shell of the remotes. On that way you have to get the power cable, that I this one, and substitute to the original power cable that are on the controller board. Just unsold and resold the new one. It's easy because it's signed with the B plus and B minus, and it is the where you have to put the negative and the positive. So the B minus you have to put the black one, and the B plus you have to put the red one. The next step is to connect the antenna, because we want to gain some range. I have already lost a couple of drone of this one drone because the remote is not so good in its transmission settings. So I just unsold the original antenna, and the antenna is this one. This one, and if you can, I will take some shot of the particular of the antenna, and you have just to uncover the paint over the PCB near the antenna pin. Then you have to cut the cable and put the shell out and solder the shell on the PCB negative and the pin on the pin out of the antenna itself. And mostly it's done, because after that we have only to dig a little hole to put our connector, this one, and tie it strictly and put on the antenna, and that's all done. What you can do more is to add a switch to power on and power off the step-up converter, because actually in this configuration, if you put the battery on, you will start immediately to power on the step-up circuits. So you can dig one more hole somewhere on the shell and put a little switch to interrupt the power to the switch. Obviously on the comment above you will find where to get your DC-DC step up, where to get your drone as well, and the antenna with the connector cable and battery holder, but I think it's a little amount of money, so you can do in I think a few minutes of work, and you will have a better improved remotes, and you will enjoy better your little drone. That's all. I will show you how it works, and I will show you how to solder on the board. Okay, as you can see, we have powered our DC-DC converter, and we have an input power that is of 4.4 volt. It's a bit unsharp. The output power is the voltage. The output power actually is of 21.8 volt. It's too much for our remote, but we can set up this power just triggering our resistor. So we get a screwdriver, a small screwdriver. That's not enough small, but we can turn the line, and then you can see that the power is getting smaller, the voltage is decreasing, and you have to bring it to 4.5 volt. Okay, I set up another scale because we want to be more tuning. We want to have a tuning more efficient. 7.5, 7, 5, 4, 66. Okay, it's okay. Actually, our DC-DC controller it's taking an output of 4.6 volt. We can go to 4.7 volt. I suggest not to go more than 4.7 volt. By the way, after that we can set a glue on the little trigger to be sure that the setting will not change anymore, because in case the trigger will turn, we can have the remote does not work, or in worst condition we can break our circuits. So the important thing is to stop the screw with the correct settings. Thank you for watching. See you next one.